Good afternoon, folks. Don Tyson, Blake Perryman coming to you from the home of the Riverside Braves. We're sorry we're on a little late today. We had some technical difficulties getting things turned on today. We couldn't get connected, but we are here now. There's 4:35 to play, opening period. Riverside just scored a basket to take the lead 5-2. Lady Mustangs, Blake, started off kind of have a slow start on offense today with a lot of turnovers here early, but Riverside got a good ball club. We played them earlier in the season back in November. Riverside defeated us at Mustangs home gym 52-37. So they got a good ball club. It's going to be we're going to have our hands full, Blake.
I agree with you, Don, and it just adds to it that it's a home game for them.
Absolutely.
And it seems like every time we come over here, no matter what year it is, the atmosphere is always great.
Yep.
And I haven't seen many gyms, at least in the state of Oklahoma, high school gyms, but this is certainly one of them that the atmosphere is just unmatched. And, you know, they're a 3A school, so some might consider it big, some might consider it small, but either way, it seems like every game they have at home, they bring the noise.
Yeah, a lot of intensity. I'll tell you, they got the coolest scoreboards I've ever seen. Got one on each end. You can probably see them in the camera angle. All digital. Keeps the fouls and the points for each player that's playing. So really a nice facility. There's a pass down low to Alexis Parker, and she's going to be fouled. I know Parker really hurt us in the game again at Fort Cobb earlier in the season. She's, I'm going to guess, close to 6 foot tall and an outstanding post player. And this will be her first. She makes first free throw for her first point. Scoring so far, get you caught up here. Lady Mustangs scored first. Ginger Bear made 2 for the Mustangs. And now the Lady Braves have scored 6 straight to take a 6-2 lead. We got 4:20 to play, opening period. Lady Mustangs have had a difficult time, not necessarily with this press. They've just had a difficult time in the offensive flow. They've had 7 turnovers.
Number 20-30, Alexis Parker.
They've had 7 turnovers so far here early in the first period. Although Riverside they've had 3, so it's not just Fort Cobb doing the turnovers. Riverside's had a few themselves. Riverside's real aggressive. They play an aggressive zone defense. After they a made basket, they have a full court press. So we'll have our hands full tonight. Trying to keep possession of the ball. There's another turnover right there. That was kind of unforced, but that's going to be the key to the game is, I think, limiting the turnovers, Blake, and it's not off to a good start in that regard so far.
Well, the last couple games, you know, the Lady Mustangs have had, it seems like that's been a little bit of a problem. And there came a point, I guess the middle of the season, you know, we played the Hinton tournament and county tournament, and they did a really good job of limiting those turnovers in a lot of games, and it allowed them to win some games that, you know, maybe a lot of people would have thought the other team would have won.
Yep. 3-pointer no good by Tegan Marshall, sails out of bounds, and the Lady Mustangs will have possession. Going against this 2-2-1 press. Silverhorn lobs it into Brown. They try to trap her. She dribbles out of it. Quickly into the front court to Reagan Rip. Cross court to Ginger Bear going against Parker. Parker blocks a shot. That's what she can do to you. She's not very many people around can block Ginger Bear's shot that easy. There's a quick transition basket by Cian Dixon, and it's 8-2. And there's a turnover, near turnover. Riley Rip saves her bacon there. Over to Zoe Brown. Double teamed in the corner, and it's going to near jump ball. They get it over to Bear, and Coach Shanna Rogers takes a quick timeout to save the turnover. That'll give us an opportunity to thank our sponsors here early in the contest. We'd like to thank ABC Superior Realty and Miss Shelley Dissy for all your real estate sales needs. Give Shelley a call at 580-302-1974. T-Bird's Convenience Store, downtown Fort Cobb, owned and operated by Mr. Travis Birchie. Always takes great care of the folks there in Fort Cobb. Ouachita Valley Bank, downtown Fort Cobb, locally owned and operated since 1902. Go by and say hi to those folks. Keystone Foods, a new advertiser on our broadcast. They provide breakfast and lunch for several Caddo County schools. We're happy to have Keystone Foods on board with us the rest of the season. Carnegie Fiber for all your high-speed internet needs. Carnegie, Oklahoma. Give them a call at 580-654-1002. And the Southwest Oklahoma Driving School. For anybody in your household that needs driving lessons, give them a call at 580-512-6936. Thanks to all those sponsors for putting us on the air. Season's winding down here. This is the last regular season game of the year. Lady Mustangs now have it. Reagan Rep dribbles in the paint. Little 4-footer, good. Nice basket by Reagan Rep for her first two. Cuts the lead in half, 8-4 now. The Lady Braves on top. That's Parker dribbling to her right. They dump it down low to Molly Jim, and they're going to call her for traveling. That'll be the fourth turnover on Riverside with 2:24 to play, opening period. And once again, this heavy pressure. The Lady Mustangs have faced a lot of pressure this year. They're getting better at handling it. There's a nice play by Reagan Rip all the way to the rim, but she's going to be bumped there by Molly Jim and turned over to the Lady Braves. Quickly into the front court's Marshall, and her little 6-foot runner is good. That's her first basket, and it's 10-4. The press is getting a little more aggressive. When you hesitate, they really crash in on you. Lady Mustangs into the front court. Left side to Rep. Left wing three on the way. Good. Reagan Rep. Well, they call it a two. They say her foot was on the line. It's a two-pointer. And that's 4 points for Reagan, and it's a 10-6 ball game. They dump it down low to Molly Jim. Her shot's no good. Silverhorn with a rebound. Dribbles it into the front court. Picks up her dribble over to Bear, right side. Reagan tries a right wing three, short off the front iron. Rebound there by Camilla Russell for the Lady Braves with 1:18 to play, opening period. So far, the Lady Mustangs doing a pretty good job here early in the game. Lady Braves have a 12-6 record. They've got a good ball club. Basket by Tegan Marshall. And it's 12-6, a minute to play. Reagan Rip dribbles into the front court. Picks up her dribble now over to Silverhorn. They'll set up the offense. I'll tell you what, it's pretty hard to get the ball into Bear. Right now they've got Alexa Parker on the bench, but when she's out there, you got a 6-footer Gardner. There they get a lob to her. Bear shot off the glass and good. That's what we want to do. Ginger got good position that time and makes her fourth point. It is 12-8 with 28 seconds to play, opening period.
And Don, on that particular play, it's one thing to make the basket, but first of all, you have to make a good pass.
Yes, sir.
If you don't have a good pass, there's not even a chance to have a basket there.
Yeah, it's a combination of things. Long pass up ahead to Bear, 11 seconds to play. To Brown, fumbles it, gets it over to Silverhorn. Good job by Brown to save it with 5 seconds. Brown tries to drive through the middle of the lane over to Riley Rep, a late footer, no good at the buzzer. After the end of the first period, Riverside 12, Lady Mustangs 8. You're listening to Mustang Basketball on fcbmustangs.tv.
Your school's booster club and get your business in front of thousands of potential customers.
Talk about a win-win.
Advertising packages start on this streaming station for less than $10 a game. Call 405-726-0835 or email adam@squirtle.com right now for more information.
Ouachita Valley Bank, locally owned and operated since 1902, proudly serving the Fort Cobb area with knowledgeable and friendly professionals that actually care about your financial well-being. Online banking, loans, certificate of deposit, safe deposit boxes, 24-hour telephone banking, and an ATM. For service you can trust, Ouachita Valley Bank, 405-643-2305, member FDIC.
Proud supporters of Fort Cobb Mustangs. The name of the store is T-Birds. Come see Connie for our daily lunch specials. Good. We offer cold drinks, hot food, and a clean environment. Also, $1 Fountain Pop Wednesdays. See you soon.
Welcome back to Riverside, Oklahoma on a beautiful Tuesday evening. Blake, great to be here with you.
Great to be back. You know, we missed one Friday.
Yeah.
I was looking forward to that game.
I hated to miss that Mountain View game, but
both of those, really.
Yeah.
The girls, the girls defeated them in the county tournament by 7, so both of those games would have been pretty good.
Absolutely. Lady Mustangs basketball in their road blue uniforms going right to left. Silverhorn, baseline 3 on the way, no good. Reagan Rip with an offensive rebound, can't get the shot back up. They swing it around to Riley, and she's going to be fouled on the shot by Molly Jim.
Fouls on the Lady Braves.
And, they call it on the floor, they say. It wasn't on the shot.
Number 1.
And so the Lady Mustangs will have the basketball underneath the basket. Silverhorn to inbound. Savage checked in during the break for Ginger Bear. And there's near turnover. Reagan Rip has it, and it's going to be turned. Well, they're going to say it's off of Riverside. And so the Lady Mustangs will maintain possession. Final regular season game next Friday night. The playoffs start. We'll travel to Dover, Oklahoma Friday. Exciting time of year. Down to Savage on the low block. Double team. Their shot's no good. And the rebound is controlled by the Lady Braves.
Well, to some extent, it's a good thing Riverside's not shooting the ball very much better than we are.
That's a very true statement. And then look what happened.
I jinxed it already.
Cian Dixon with the three-pointer. We can do without some of those jinxes, Blake. The rest
Believe
of
so. I might just not talk tonight.
No, can't have that. And there's another turnover on the Lady Mustang. They forced us out of bounds. Checking back in will be Alexis Parker and Carly Parker for the Lady Braves. And checking back in for the Lady Mustangs will be Ginger Bear replacing Savage. And it'll be Riverside's ball. With 6:32 or 6:52 to play here, second period. In the corner, three-pointer on the way, too hard. Zoe Brown there with a nice rebound. Guarded closely by Carly Parker. There's no let-up, and there's a turnover. Pass up ahead to number 4. Her shot's no good. That's Frazier. And the Lady Mustangs get the rebound. Tell you, Riverside, they're relentless on defense. You just got to maintain your poise throughout the possession because they're not going to let up on you. That's what we saw in the first contest over at Fort Cobb. They will put pressure on you, and if they sense a little nervousness in you, they really gang up on you. That ball's knocked out of bounds. If you get over in the corner or near the sideline, you can expect a double team at any moment. Silverhorn to inbound. In the corner to Rep. You got to do something quickly there. That's a good option. Little 12-footer, no good. It's tapped into the corner, and the Braves pick it up. That's the kind of shot you want right there. Good open 12-footer, 8-footer.
And in this kind of game, that's about the only shot you want to take is a good open one.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, if you're not open, just keep passing it. And now the Lady Braves run a weave, and there's a turnover. They tried to get it into Parker. Good defense by the Lady Mustangs. Silverhorn into the front court. To Reagan Rip. Over to Brown. Boy, she had an opening there. They get it to Bear. And there's going to be a whistle and a foul on Riverside, I believe. As they had her surrounded. The foul is on Carly Parker. That's her second, I believe.
Her second team court in game for Lady Braves.
And fourth team foul. And Silverhorn to inbound to Reagan. One dribble. And they poke it out of bounds. Checking in will be Camilla Russell, replacing Molly Jim. Yeah, the gym's filling up pretty good here, Blake. When we got here, there wasn't a very big crowd, but all of a sudden it's both sides are people seeping in here. Pass down low to, boy, that was a pass just a little behind her, and Parker was able to get her hand. If she'd have led her to the basket, she'd had an easy 2, I think, right there.
It's kind of the same thing on a football field.
Yeah.
Lead a receiver, otherwise
Yeah.
he's going to have to come back to the ball.
Yeah. Lead them. Long pass to Reagan into Bear. Little 4-footer, no good, but she's the foul. That's a good offensive play right there.
Fouls on Riverside.
They got Bear matched up on a
Number
smaller
3,
defender.
Camilla Russell.
And Bear with her 4 points will be at the line shooting 2.
Our first team pick at the line shooting, Ginger Bear.
And she cans the first. 15-9 our score. Nice rotation, drains them both. See if the Lady Mustangs can get a stop here, trailing 15-10. They dump it into Parker. Nice turnaround left-handed shots, no good. Gets her own rebound though. Now she's got it back underneath the basket. Shot good this time. Alexa Parker, boy, she's hard to stop. Sure needed to get that first rebound after her first miss. Hey, there's a turnover. Carried the ball. Riverside, in some instances, plays kind of like Fort Cobb on their half-court sets, Blake. We try to get the ball into our post player, Bear, and Riverside tries to get it into Parker when they need a basket. And she sets screens and then rolls to the basket a lot of times. Lady Mustang's doing a good job on her, keeping her away from the basket. That's Carly Parker misses her shot. And quickly the Lady Mustangs on offense. There's Silverhorn, left wing 3 on the way. Good. Talia Silverhorn with a big basket. It's her first one of the night, and it's a 4-point ball game, 17-13. Quick ball movement, Blake. That's what got that open shot.
That's right.
You know, when they overplay you like that, you can get some open looks if you'll move the ball quickly. There's a good steal by Reagan, but they say your foot was on the baseline. Tough luck that time. Coach Rogers with that kind of wry smile after that one. She thought we had that one. Lob pass out front to Camilla Russell. There they go down to Parker, and she's going to be bumped and fouled by Bear. And I think that'll be Ginger's first personal. It'll be hard not to pick up fouls on trying to defend Parker. Checking in will be Tegan Marshall, replacing Camilla Russell for the Lady Braves. Lob pass out front. 3-pointer straight away, good. By Tegan Marshall, and that's 7 for her. And it's back to an 8-point lead for the Lady Braves. Brown gets ahead of the pack, and the ball poked away briefly. She tracks it down over to Silverhorn at the free throw line. There's Reagan all alone, straight away 3, no good. Rebound Riverside. Good look, open look that time, off the feed. There's a pass, no good. Shot no good by Parker. Halfway down, rattled out. And that's a break for Fort Cobb for sure. Into Bear, and it's poked away. And we're going to have a referee blows his whistle and calls a warning on Coach Rogers. I think she was.
I guess she's too
voiced,
close to the action right
she
there.
may have voiced her displeasure for the not getting a foul when they poked it away from Bear. I'm not sure. I'm guessing that might have been part of it. I'm not sure I've ever seen that warning call like that. I don't know exactly what it means. There's a pass down low, a good feed down to Cia and Dixon. And that's 5 for Dixon. And now the Lady Braves starting to stretch out their lead a little bit, up to 9. That's their biggest of the game. And there's another turnover. And layup by number 12 is no good. And now Fort Cobb with an opportunity to cash in on that missed layup there that they just missed. We'll see if we can capitalize on that. Riley down along the baseline. Her shot's blocked by Day Whitehawk. Quickly into the front court come the Braves. That's Parker with it. 2 minutes to go. There's a baseline 3 on the way. No good. Rebound, Riley Rip. Off the Silverhorn. Mustangs to be patient here. I'll tell you, these guards for Riverside, they really attack you. Got to be on your toes all the time. There's a 15-foot jumper. Good. Riley Rip. That's away. Her first basket. 7-point lead now for the Braves with 1:23 to play in the first half. They run a weave out front. They'll run this a while, and they'll try to get it to somebody open on the wing, and there it is. Tegan Marshall with her second trade, and it's a 10-point lead for the Lady Braves, largest of the contest. Up ahead to Reagan Rip, to Riley. Boy, looked like she had an opening for a moment, and they call a travel. And that's 15 turnovers, Blake, in the first half of the Lady Mustangs.
Wow. You know, I was just looking at the stats from last game, and we had 23, Riverside had 20. And we're on pace to go way past that so far.
It's 15-5 right now on turnovers. There's a three-pointer straight away by somebody needs to guard her. That's 3 trays in a row for Marshall. That's 13 points for Marshall. And there's going to be a foul on Day Whitehawk. She caught Bear on the forearm. 26 seconds to play and a half. Mustangs need a basket or at least be able to take the last one here. There, turn it over. Quickly down the floor with 16 seconds to go. Shot no good by Dixon. And Silverhorn's going to be bumped and fouled as she headed up the floor. Day Whitehawk picks it up. And that's her second personal. And a 7th team foul, so Silverhorn will be shooting 1 in the bonus. Need to make these if we can, I tell you. Cut into that lead a little bit. Missed the first. Cross-court pass, three-pointer on the way. No good this time by Marshall. Bear high for the rebound. And there's a long pass, shot at the buzzer, no good. Your halftime score, Riverside 28 and Fort Cobb Broxton Lady Mustangs 15. Let's turn it over to Blake Perryman for the halftime report. Blake?
Well, I wasn't able to get all of the shots taken in that one there at the start.
I totally understand that. You were trying to get us connected.
Scoring for the Lady Mustangs so far, Ginger Bear has 6 to lead them, Reagan Rep 4, Clea Silverhorn 3, and Riley Rep 2. And then for Riverside, Tegan Marshall has 15, and 15 and a half, you know, is pretty good.
That's really good.
In my humble opinion there.
You're right.
San Dixon has 7, Alexis Parker 3, Day Whitehawk 3, and Carly Parker 2 for them. And as you mentioned, you know, I believe now 16 turnovers, is that correct?
That is correct.
16-5, and it's kind of amazing to me. There's an 11 turnover gap there, and if you score on every chance you get with one of those turnovers, then you have a chance of at least 22 points. And in fact, we're only down 13. Now 13 is still quite a gap, but for it to stay that close should be a sign of hope that, hey, if Riverside doesn't shoot the ball as well in the second half, we have a chance to get back in this.
Yeah. We did miss, they did miss a couple of easy layups there. To be fair, I guess, with them, they did have some layups at transition that they missed, but nevertheless, you're right. They did shoot it pretty good from the outside. But I think you're right, Blake. Thank you very much. Once again, your halftime score, Riverside 28, Fort Cobb Broxton 15. I'd like to take the opportunity once again to thank our sponsors, Southwest Oklahoma Driving School, Carnegie Fiber, Keystone Foods, Ouachita Valley Bank, T-Birds Convenience Store, and Shelley Dissey with ABC Superior Realty. we're going to take a timeout. When we get back, we'll have second half action. You're listening to Fort Cobb Broxton Mustang Basketball on FCBMustangs.tv.
We are your premier best in state driving school located in southwest Oklahoma at Fort Cobb Public School. We can provide all the services related to driving in the state of Oklahoma, such as driver's education, in-house testing capabilities, permits, and drive testings for a license. The only thing that you will be required from DPS is your eye exam. We have certified instructors that use our cars to teach your students how to be the best drivers from the beginning. Come see us today for all your driving needs.
We're bringing fiber internet to Fort Cobb. Having fast internet is a must-have, whether you're working or learning from home. That's why we are building a fiber network in your community. We have wireless internet solutions too, available at Fort Cobb Lake, Crow's Roost, Alfalfa, and more. You can count on us for a fast, reliable connection to the world. We're proud to be a local provider that's part of your community. Get connected to Carnegie Fiber today.
Dr. Matt Dieselhorst at Dieselhorst Sports and Orthopedics can help you get game day ready. Dr. Dieselhorst works with athletes of all ages, taking a coordinated approach to accelerate return to play and maximize athletic performance. His work with pros in sports training, injury prevention, bracing, functional rehabilitation, and imaging works seamlessly with his medical and surgical expertise. Get started by going to Dieselhorst Sports and Orthopedics. Let Dr. Matt Dieselhorst get you back on the field, backing all Oklahoma athletes on the field and off.
Stream like the pros with Squirtle Live. Find out more at squirtle.com/stream.
At Maples Nixon Diesel Horse, we've helped a lot of people, and our goal was to treat each and every person like a friend. And as a friend, we've got your back always. We understand what you're going through. Being lawyers is what we do, but it's not all that we are. We care. We'll stand beside you throughout the entire legal process, not just as lawyers, but as your friends. We are Maples Nixon Diesel Horse, and we are here to help.
Versatile Networks can handle all of your school or business technology and wiring needs. Expanding into a new building or office space? We would love to give you a free quote for your network wiring. Are your computers outdated? Are your servers slow? Is your network underperforming? Is your wireless network weak? Let Versatile Networks come in and assess the situation and get you back up and running the way you should be. Call Versatile Networks today at 405-217-0267 or visit versatilenetworks.com for more information.
Allegiant Marketing Group produces inbound lead generation for our clients through integrated traditional and digital campaigns. We continuously develop new strategies, tactics, and productive efficiencies so you can reach your target market and get a measurable return on investment. This fast-paced world demands for your products and services to be presented at the moment your buyers need them. Targeted and innovative marketing creates your success. Call AMG today, your marketing partner.
Support your school's booster club and get your business in front of thousands of potential customers. Talk about a win-win. Advertising packages start on this streaming station for less than $10 a game. Call 405-726-0835 or email adam@squirtle.com right now for more information.
Ouachita Valley Bank, locally owned and operated since 1902, proudly serving the Fort Cobb area with knowledgeable and friendly professionals that actually care about your financial well-being. Online banking, loans, certificate of deposit, safe deposit boxes, 24-hour telephone banking, and an ATM. For service you can trust, Ouachita Valley Bank, 405-643-2305, member FDIC.
Proud supporters of Fort Cobb Mustangs. The name of the store is T-Birds. Come see Connie for our daily lunch specials. Good. We offer cold drinks, hot food, and a clean environment. Also, $1 Fountain Pop Wednesdays. See you soon. We are your premier, best in state driving school, located in Southwest Oklahoma at Fort Cobb Public School. We can provide all the services related to driving in the state of Oklahoma, such as driver's education, in-house testing capabilities, permits, and drive testings for a license. The only thing that you will be required from DPS is your eye exam. We have certified instructors that use our cars to teach your students how to be the best drivers from the beginning. Come see us today for all your driving needs.
We're bringing fiber internet to Fort Cobb. Having fast internet is a must-have, whether you're working or learning from home. That's why we are building a fiber network in your community. We have wireless internet solutions too, available at Fort Cobb Lake, Crow's Roost, Alfalfa, and more. You can count on us for a fast, reliable connection to the world. We're proud to be a local provider that's part of your community. Get connected to Carnegie Fiber today.
Dr. Matt Dieselhorst at Dieselhorst Sports and Orthopedics can help you get game day ready. Dr. Dieselhorst works with athletes of all ages, taking a coordinated approach to accelerate return to play and maximize athletic performance. His work with pros in sports training, injury prevention, bracing, functional rehabilitation, and imaging works seamlessly with his medical and surgical expertise. Get started by going to Dieselhorst Sports and Orthopedics. Let Dr. Matt Dieselhorst get you back on the field, backing all Oklahoma athletes on the field and off.
Stream like the pros with Squirtle Live. Find out more at squirtle.com/stream.
All right, Blake. Welcome back, folks. Thanks for joining us. Hope you're enjoying the broadcast today from Riverside, Oklahoma. Blake, what's your Super Bowl prediction?
Super Bowl prediction? Well, I'm a Chiefs fan, and I'm also a Joe Burrow.
I hate to tell you they're not playing.
I'm also a Joe Burrow fan. And, you know, some people might say I hopped on the bandwagon, and I'll just simply tell you I did. But I believe this year I'll go Bengals, simply because, you know, I haven't followed the NFL for very long, but I've known that, you know, in the past few seasons, the Bengals have just been near the bottom.
Oh, yeah.
And to see them turn it around as quick as they did, that's just impressive to me. And matter of fact, I have a few friends from Cincinnati, and as soon as they won, they had to come rag on me.
Yeah, I bet they did.
Well, we beat your team.
That's kind of the way sports are. Yeah. Well,
I can't blame them at all.
I'm with you. I'm rooting for Cincinnati. Hopefully it'll be a good game, and they'll have some good commercials. All right, it'll be Riverside's ball. Start the third period in their home white uniforms, going right to left. They lead it 29-15 here at the half. Lady Mustangs have got to cut down on the turnovers. There's a good one by Riley Rep. Intercepts the pass, and then she lost it right back. Pass quickly up ahead into the front court. Left-handed layup is good by Tegan Marshall. Boy, it started off good for the Lady Mustangs, but they couldn't capitalize on that early turnover. And now we're going to have another turnover. We had 16, Blake, in the first half, and we started off with 2 here in the first 30 seconds.
That's not the way you'd want it to start.
No, that's not how we drew it up, that's for sure. But A lot of ball game left. Maybe we'll get that under control. We'll get them out of our system today. Playoffs start Friday, so maybe we won't have any Friday night when it really matters. In the corner, three-pointer on the way. Good. I tell you, they're good shooters. That's number 12, Carly Parker. That's her first tray, and it's 5 points for her, and it's an 18-point margin for the Lady Braves. And another turnover.
You know, Don, about all I can say is the only kind of turnovers I like are apple or cherry.
Well,
maybe a little ice cream, too.
That's a good one. I like it. They dump the ball down low to Alexis Parker. Turnaround shot is good.
Alexis Parker.
They've done a pretty good job on her today. That's only 5 points for her, but boy, she had good position that time. Just nothing you can do when she catches the ball that deep in the lane. Lady Mustang get it into the front court quickly. They just know open shot. You know, if you don't pull the trigger right away, it's too late because they get on you. Another turnover. They pick Bear's pocket. Long pass up ahead. And the basket's good by Carly Parker. And Coach Rogers is going to take a quick timeout to talk things over. It's going to be a full timeout. We'll be back in 1 minute.
At Maples Nixon Diesel Horse, we've helped a lot of people, and our goal was to treat each and every person like a friend. And as a friend, we've got your back always. We understand what you're going through. Being lawyers is what we do, but it's not all that we are. We care. We'll stand beside you throughout the entire legal process, not just as lawyers, but as your friends. We are Maples Nixon Diesel Horse, and we are here to help.
Versatile Networks can handle all of your school or business technology and wiring needs. Expanding into a new building or office space? We would love to give you a free quote for your network wiring. Are your computers outdated? Are your servers slow? Is your network underperforming? Is your wireless network weak? Let Versatile Networks come in and assess the situation and get you back up and running the way you should be. Call Versatile Networks today at 405-217-0267 or visit versatilenetworks.com for more information.
Right on time. Lady Mustangs basketball. Coach Rogers took a timeout, and there's a steal on the inbounds pass. Reverse layup is good. Beautiful play there by Tegan Marshall. She is really on fire tonight. That's 17 for her. And the Mustangs just having all sorts of trouble getting the ball down the floor with 6 turnovers here in the first couple of minutes of the second half. Riverside has turned up their defensive pressure, I would say. Blake, what do you think of that assessment?
Well, for the most part, yes, and some of these are just unforced turnovers. Not all of them, of course, but it's certainly difficult, especially playing a team as athletic and with as much size.
Yeah. Well, they are athletic, and they just get right on you, and they don't leave you. And it looks like there's more than 5 girls out there playing, to tell you the truth. And I guarantee you, Lady Mustangs feel that way. Oh, there's a block by Alexis Parker, and they say she fouled her. And that will be her second personal. And Riley Rip will be shooting 2. And Riley makes the first. That gives Riley 3 points on the night. And she'll have another free throw. 2 for 2 for Riley. Long pass up ahead. In the corner. Day Whiteock shot, no good, and Bear with the rebound.
Boy, even after a miss, they're playing
exactly
full court press.
You read my mind. Even after a miss. Ball loose on the floor. Collision between Whitehawk and Riley Rip. And let's see what. It's going to be Fort Cobb's ball, I think, but they stopped it because of an injury. Riley is kind of on her hands and knees right now, calling for a towel. Hopefully she's not. She's going to get up. She might have got bumped in the mouth, I think. She's going to come to the floor. Might have got her, bumped her nose, maybe some blood on the floor, I'm not sure. Quite a collision there, Blake. Hate to see that. Inadvertent, of course. They were just two girls going after a loose ball, and there was a collision. You know, it is a contact sport.
That's
Basketball
right.
is.
You know, back to what you were saying, sometimes it looks like they're playing with extra people out there. You know, in college football at Texas A&M, Texas A&M's the home of the 12th man. And, you know, they talk about the crowd all the time kind of being that 12th man out there it almost overpowers you.
Yeah.
And not necessarily the fans here, but like you said, it just feels like there's 6 or 7 people out there. I mean, it doesn't feel like you're playing against 5 people. And, you know, a lot of people say, you're watching the game, well, if you're a double team, somebody's going to be open. But at the same time, whenever someone's standing over you with their hands up.
That's right. Oh, yeah, it's easy up here to see what you ought to do. But down there, I've been there. It's difficult. They're tending to Riley. I think she got kind of bumped on the jaw there. She's going to probably go down to the locker room and
I think
what
maybe
needs to be done. Hopefully it's nothing severe.
Looked like she hit the ground first, and then the other girl landed on top of her. Maybe her chin hit the floor.
It could be. Hopefully it's not a busted tooth or something like that that's going to require some dental work. And they have the hazmat crew out there mopping up the whatever's on the floor. But yeah, when they play defense like that, it is hard to see when the girls are bigger than you, first of all, and they have long arms and they're right on you waving them. You got to have a lot of confidence in yourself to dribble and not make them force you to pick up your dribble. You know, you just got to be able to handle the ball well enough that sometimes you can dribble around them and make them pay for being so aggressive. You know, that's obviously a lot easier said than done, but when teams play you real aggressive like that, if you can get past them, you'll have some openings. Okay, I think we're about ready to resume play here. Madison Savage has checked in to replace Riley. And it will be Riverside's basketball, they say. With 5:39 to play in the third period. In the corner, inbounds play, three-pointer is no good. Now Marshall this time, Brown, long rebound, races it up the floor, and she's going to be bumped and fouled on the free throw attempt, or layup attempt by Cian Dixon.
Well, that'd be nice if you could get fouled on a free throw.
Yeah.
Number 11, Cian Dixon.
And Zoe Brown will be shooting 2 shots.
At the line shooting.
First time Zoe's been at the line tonight. And she misses a first. And Brown's second free throw is good. Crawled over the front of the rim. And that's the first point. I'll take that back. We got 18. We had 15 at the half, so we scored 3. Riley had 2 free throws, and now Zoe with a free throw. There's a turnover on the Lady Braves. They tried to get it into Parker. Now Bear has it. Reagan, one dribble, picks it up, out to Brown. Bounce pass over to Silverhorn. It's just hard to get an opening, Blake. There's pass tapped and intercepted. And here comes the Lady Brave. Layup, no good. And there for the rebound is number 12. That's Carly Parker. And she's going to shoot 2 as she was fouled by Silverhorn. And Parker, who has
at the line shooting 2, Carly Parker.
5 points, make it 6. There's a violation on Savage. Stepped in the lane too quick. Oh, I get to do it again. You ever watch the Super Bowl for the commercials, Blake?
No, I believe I watched the Super Bowl for the football.
Oh, okay.
Sometimes the halftime show. Depends on who's there.
Well, I do. That's the only time I ever really look for commercials. But in the Super Bowl, it is worth watching commercials. Some of them are pretty good. Free throw good by Parker, and it's 41-18 now. One of the best commercials I've ever seen. I'll tell you about it in a minute. See if you've watched it before. If you've ever seen it. It's a pretty old one. Pass down to Savage, or Bear. Her shot's no good. Good feed in there to her, but she couldn't get open. Up ahead quickly is Cian Dixon. And Silverhorn takes it away. Good job by Silverhorn. Lets them fly by. Her shot's no good. Brown there with a good offensive rebound, and they call her for double dribble. There was a commercial about some horses that were out in a pasture playing football. And have you seen that one?
No, but it definitely sounds interesting.
It is. And there's a pass over to Parker, and she lays it in for two. So they're playing along there for a while, and then they line up, and one of the horses kicks the ball over a highline wire for an extra point after they scored a touchdown. And a couple of guys are standing there watching this, and they say, well, have you ever seen anything like that before? And he says, no, they usually go for two. Savage has her shot blocked. It'll stay with the Lady Mustangs.
You know, nowadays, in this era of sports betting, things like that, they always have a over-under on the length of the national anthem.
Oh, yeah. I didn't know that.
I believe this year it's at 95 seconds. A little over a minute and a half. What are you thinking on that?
Who's going to sing it?
I believe it's Mickey Guyton.
I don't know. Is that a boy or girl?
It's a woman, so.
Or man or woman. 95 seconds. I'm going to say over.
I'd have to agree with you on that one. One year it was well over 2 minutes.
Yeah. Yeah, they sometimes sing it a while. Long three-pointer good by Reagan Rip.
for three.
And that's Reagan's first basket in a while. It gives her 7 on the night. And it's 43-21.
Did you get to watch the Pro Bowl over the weekend?
Three-pointer good by Tegan Marshall. Well, she's had a good night. I watched about 2 minutes of it, and it was just like touch football, and I had no interest in watching that whatsoever.
Looked like playground football.
I don't know why they play it. It's the silliest thing I've ever seen. It really is. There's not really any football to it. They don't even try. It's about like the NBA All-Star game.
That's right.
Layup drill. Three-pointer by Silverhorn won't go. Parker with the rebound. Yeah, baseball is the only one that really has a game worth watching. The football and basketball, it's just a waste of time. But there people show up for the game, surprisingly. Shot off the glass and good by Molly Jim. And it's 48-21 with 2 minutes to play, third period. Brown splits the defenders, right side. They go to Savage along the baseline. A little shot over Parker, no good. Lady Mustangs just need to tune up for Friday night, Blake. That's what we're trying to do. Good steal by Silverhorn. She picked her pocket. Now 2-on-1. Over to Bear, and good hustle by Carly Parker as she hustled back to knock it away. But you know, that's what the playoff starts. All these games that we played 22. I think this is game number 23. They've basically all been for practice because the playoff starts Friday night.
That's right.
And everybody has a clean slate when they go to playoffs. Ginger Bear, a little 4-footer is good on the inbounds play.
And the fun thing about playoffs, it's not like college or professional where you have to finish in a certain spot in order to go. I mean, you could lose every game and still have an opportunity.
Right.
Hey.
Yeah. That's the great thing about Oklahoma playoff basketball is everybody, like you say, the records don't matter. Everybody gets in the playoffs. Pressure's on, though, and when you play Friday night in a district tournament, you've got to win to advance. Three-pointer no good by Rep. But you've got to win Friday night. If you can win Friday night, you're guaranteed to play in the regional tournament. So it's a big, big game for Friday night for the Lady Mustangs. If they lose that game, the season's over. If they win, they'll play the district championship Saturday night. And win or lose, they'll get to play next week in the regional. So it's a big, big game Friday night, and the Lady Mustangs need to come out firing against it's Oilton, I believe, right?
That's correct.
31 seconds to play here in the third period. 48-23 our score. Riverside on top. Savage, baseline three, no good. Good rebound by Reagan Rep, but her putback's no good. And Molly Jim there for the rebound. 13 seconds to play. And Brown almost come away with a steal. Couldn't quite get there in time. There's a right wing three on the way, no good. And the ball is tapped out of bounds by Baird. And there's 1.1 second to play. Got to be careful of the lob here underneath the basket. And a quick shot. They lob it out front. That's Tegan Marshall, and her shot at the buzzer is no good. After 3 periods of play, Riverside 48, Lady Mustangs 23. We'll be back in 1 minute.
Allegiant Marketing Group produces inbound lead generation for our clients through integrated traditional and digital campaigns. We continuously develop new strategies, tactics, and productive efficiencies so you can reach your target market and get a measurable return on investment. This fast-paced world demands for your products and services to be presented at the moment your buyers need them. Targeted and innovative marketing creates your success. Call AMG today, your marketing partner.
Welcome back to Riverside. Just north of Anadarko on a Tuesday night. Lady Mustangs trailing 48-23. In the contest they played back in November at Fort Cobb, they beat us 52-37, Blake. So Riverside's got a good ball club. They really a lot of girls, they can play a lot of girls, and they're all athletic, and Coach Kelly does a great job with them. Fort Cobb's basketball as we start the fourth period. They play a real aggressive zone defense. They really move. Brown just can't get the shot off over to Silverhorn. Her three-pointer won't go, and the rebound is controlled by Molly Jim. Good open look. The good thing about playing somebody like this, though, Blake, in my opinion, in the last game of the regular season before the playoffs start, is that you're not going to see anything near like this for the next game or two. Now, if you have to go up against Lomega, you will, but the next couple of games, you're not going to see anybody that can play like Riverside does, so hopefully that'll be to our advantage. But we are in Lomega's area,
That's
girls,
true.
And
the boys are in with Glencoe.
They've won Lomega's won, 45 state champions? Not really, but I mean, they won
Feels like
a whole bunch. Straightaway three, good by Zoe Brown. But we don't have to worry about Lomega for a while. But
and you know, one of the other good things about it is you can still reach state even if you lose the area finals.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Boys did it last year.
That's right. No good by Marshall this time, but the Riverside gets the long rebound. Oh, yeah, it's a lot of things can happen in the playoffs, and they're looking forward to it. It's going to be exciting. There's a three-pointer good from the left baseline by Jayla Jefferson, her first basket. But high school basketball in Oklahoma playoffs are really exciting. And it's there's a turnover. It's sometimes, you know, we got to travel. We got to go to Dover a couple of times and into Coyle and into Stroud, so it's a lot of travel. Baseline shot no good. Good rebound by Savage. But, it's kind of neat to make some road trips and pack the gym. Lob pass down low. Fort Cobb's got kind of a long reputation of always arriving at the gym early and standing outside for them to open the door and then filling up their side of the gym. It's I'm gonna tell you, the players that play, they notice that too, and they take the floor and one whole side is full of Fort Cobb fans, and that they've had a lot of success the last umpteen years, and the fans have been had a big hand in those games because of the momentum that the team gets from the crowd. Shot no good by Parker. And the Lady Mustangs into the front court. Over to Savage. Her little 8-footer's good. Good basket there by Madison. Her first basket.
And I remember, I don't remember a state tournament that we've been in that I've missed. At least.
Oh yeah.
I've been to at least one game of each. Now last year was a little bit different. Not being able to be on the court. Took a little bit of adjusting.
Yeah.
But.
Good basket by Reagan Rep. Off a good feed from Silverhorn.
And one of the fun things about playing at the big house, they have that big screen in the middle, and every once in a while they'll put the state tournament flashback on there, and we've been there so much, every once in a while we'll get a highlight up there, and anytime we see it, the whole crowd goes crazy.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So the Mustangs have made their presence known in the big house, that's for sure. There's a turnover, poked away. I recall my son back when he told me this story. He was a freshman on the 2000 team, and Fort Cobb kind of came out of nowhere. There's a good play by Silverhorn to poke it away, but she couldn't track it down. But the Mustangs kind of came out of nowhere to win the state that year, but they only had 9 boys on the team, and Parker muscles it back up, no good, gets her own rebound, put back no good. But we won the first game, and then we upset Medford on Friday night in a big ball game. Medford was maybe ranked number 1 or really high, and the team would arrive and they would go in a side door, and there was a man there working at the fairgrounds that would let the teams in and out, and he said they had a walkie-talkie, and he said, I'll never forget it. He said we walked up to the door to let us in, and the man on the walkie-talkie was talking to somebody, and he said Fort Cobb is here. He said
Fort Cobb is in the building,
exactly.
kind of like Elvis.
Yeah,
Elvis
exactly
is in the building.
Right. That really made an impression on him. Yeah, you're right, we are here. And they were here, and they took home the gold ball that night. Silverhorn quickly into the front court. To Brown. Thought about it. Now over to Silverhorn. Baseline tray on the way. No good.
And I can remember the times, it's right around 2016 and 17 with Cameron and that bunch. And we'd be in the state finals, and it seemed like every other team was there, and they were rooting against us.
Yeah, like everybody wants the number 1 to get knocked off. I'll tell you, that was a remarkable run there. Winning state 4 years in a row, and then the next year made to the finals. They were in the state finals 5 years in a row. That's just remarkable when you think about it.
Yep.
And it within a whisker of winning 5 in a row. If we had an injury, I think it was Tyson Eastwood. It was playing on one leg practically.
He
and
did something to his ankle, I believe, and he had that sucker taped up.
Oh yeah, he was.
It was a
terrible limp there. As we're going to stoppage to get some players in here. We got Caden Holman checking in, replacing Silverhorn, and Tegan Devon will check in, and she's going to replace Ginger Bear. With 2:17 to play. And the Lady Mustangs on the wrong end of a 51-30 score. Savage, just a freshman now, remember. We got some freshmen out there right now. Brown, three-pointer, right side good. Zoe Brown with her second tray. That ought to give her some confidence for the end of the week here. Big basket by Zoe. A lot of fond memories of the state tournament, that's for sure.
And a lot of people are going to be talking about that for quite a while.
You know, I can recall, there's a bump off the glass and score by Henderson. Checking in now for the Lady Mustangs will be Anaya Funmaker and number 33, Faith Harrison, replacing Savage and Brown for the Lady Mustangs. I can recall when the Lady Mustangs played in a state championship game back in about, I'm going to say 08 maybe. They defeated Beggs, I think, in the semifinals, an upset. And I was fortunate enough to be announcing the game there on the radio. And I'm going to tell you, when they made the state finals, it brought a tear to my eye. I'm going to tell you, it was a lot of emotion as the Lady Mustangs advanced to the state championship game. We played a really good Howe team who had two girls that were 6 foot tall. And Howe was awfully good. But Fort Cobb getting to the finals was certainly a great memory.
And
Addie Clue and Devon and can't remember all the girls on that team, but they really had a good run.
Now, aren't Howe and Beggs a little bit bigger now?
I'm guessing Howe's at least 2A. Yeah. Now, I'm not sure it was Beggs. It may have been Preston. I can't remember exactly. It might have been Preston that Fort Cobb beat in the opening round. My memory is not as good as it once was, and that's been a day or two ago. But I do remember the emotion that we all felt when the Lady Mustangs advanced to the state championship game.
And then didn't they go, I don't know if it was the state championship around 2014, 2012, something around there. They were pretty close to winning.
They got beat in the semifinals by, we shot a layup as a buzzer sounded to win it.
They waved it off?
No, we didn't make it, but I think they blocked their shot. But anyway, that's how close it was. May have been in overtime. But yeah, that was a good ball club that year, a chance to make the finals and didn't quite do it. And 1 second, ball loose, and that will do it. Your final score from Riverside, the Lady Braves of Riverside, 54, and the Lady Mustangs, 33. We'll turn it over to Blake now for our post-game report. Blake, what have you got?
Scoring for the Lady Mustangs tonight, Reagan Rep led the way with 9, Ginger Bear 8, Zoe Brown 7, Riley Rep 4, Clea Silverhorn 3, and Madison Savage 2. And then for the Lady Braves, Tegan Marshall led everyone with 22. And you know, we sometimes talk about balanced scoring, sometimes talk about whenever someone has a night.
Yeah.
And it was a mixture of all those things and turnovers tonight.
Yep.
And we've also had some games where turnovers have been pretty close. Sure, we've turned the ball over a lot, but the other team did. Well, tonight it wasn't necessarily the case, but in some ways it's a good thing this happened, maybe. Get it out of the system and pretty much start fresh on Friday night.
Exactly. Yeah.
And
don't worry about watching the film. Just to get ready for Oralton for Friday night. Yep.
That's correct.
All right. Is that pretty wrap up your report, Blake?
That'll wrap it up for me.
Okay. All right. Thanks for joining us, folks. That was our first ball game of the night. We're going to take a little time out. When we come back, we'll have our boys action. The Mustangs taking on the Riverside Braves. You're listening to Mustang Basketball on FCBMustangs.tv.
Support your school's booster club and get your business in front of thousands of potential customers. Talk about a win-win. Advertising packages start on this streaming station for less than $10 a game. Call 405-726-0835 or email adam@squirtle.com right now for more information.
Ouachita Valley Bank, locally owned and operated since 1902, proudly serving the Fort Cobb area with knowledgeable and friendly professionals that actually care about your financial well-being. Online banking, loans, certificate of deposit, safe deposit boxes, 24-hour telephone banking, and an ATM. For service you can trust, Ouachita Valley Bank, 405-643-2305, member FDIC.